All right, gang, we are back. Today's video is all about simplifying your golf game, more specifically, simplifying your ball striking. I remember when I was a young pro, I worked at a course down in Florida, and one of the older pros there, who was an absolute stick, shot in the 60s multiple times a week, he would always say, "Fix it stupid before you fix it smart." And that phrase always stuck with me. Maybe fix isn't always the right word, improve, but either way, this game has a way of complicating itself, and we generally do not need to add to it. This is especially true if you're trying to break 100, trying to break 90. Once you're in the low 80s, high 70s, you've kind of maneuvered through this game to the point where you've already learned a lot of core lessons. The game has taught them to you, or maybe some other pros and friends have taught them to you along the way. Either way, the simpler you can keep your improvement strategy, the easier it's going to be for you to understand it, and more importantly, the easier it's going to be for you to stick to it whenever you go out there and hit some bad shots, because those bad shots are unavoidable. But the more you understand what you're trying to do and then thus hopefully believe in it, the more resilient you'll be to some of those mishits that might throw some other people off and force them to start spiraling through swing thoughts. So I'm telling you, the number one source of inconsistency is inconsistent strategy, inconsistent thoughts. This doesn't work, let me try this. This doesn't work, let me try this. But again, simple plans are easy to understand, and the easier they are to understand, the more likely you're going to stick to them. So let's dive in a little bit and get more specific here. When it comes to good ball striking, I believe it really boils down to two core skills. All the best ball strikers ever were able to do two things, and that is they're able to hit the sweet spot, centerness of contact, and they're able to control the shape of their shot so they can shape it at the target and not away from it. Because I hate to break it to you, if you're out there trying to hit dead straight shots, you're probably wasting your time. That might work to a certain extent, but the better you get, the more you'll appreciate that you have to know your curve, especially if you're playing in, towards, or around trouble, tucked pins, stuff like that, keeping it away from OB. If you don't know which way the ball's going to curve, how can you aim away from trouble? Right? All right, cool. So I hit a shot out here. This one caught a little bit towards the high heel, but it was close enough to the sweet spot where I got my number. And then I play a push draw. This was a good one. I hit a couple and chose my best one. On TrackMan, a positive horizontal measurement means to the right, and a negative horizontal measurement means to the left. What I have here is face angle measured to the target or versus the target, and then face angle to the path. The old saying is the face sends it and the path bends it. So the face angle controls our starting direction. It was 2 degrees open. Ball starts, we can think of it as 2 degrees to the right. It's not exactly like that, but let's keep it simple, right? So ball starts to right, but then my club path was inside out enough that it curved 3 degrees back to the left, right? So when I'm looking at TrackMan, I kind of think of face number as the starting direction number, and then face to path is the curve number. So what this represents is a ball that started just right, curved just left, pretty much in balance, just barely over curved the target line there. So yeah, whenever you're considering a potential swing thought or improvement, what you need to do is think of, is it going to help me hit it more solidly? That should be pretty, those dots should be pretty easy to connect, right? If they're not, you're overthinking it. Throw that thought away. Or how is this thought going to help me improve my face to path control or face control so that I can curve it at the target and not having it curve away from it? Again, it sounds so simple, but right, and left are the two worst results in the game direction wise. So as long as you can start it right, curve it left, or start it left, curve it right, you'll be in business. Okay? I hope this helped today. Keep it simple. Fix it stupid before you fix it smart. Any questions, hit me in the comments. Don't be afraid to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.